Hi gamers! I have spent too long watching as many gil making guides on YouTube as I could. At first, it was to see if there were any tips I didn't know in my quest to raise gil for our new free company house. Then, as some sort of twisted experiment to see just what advice was being given in these dozens and dozens of videos with hundreds of thousands of views. And after literal hours of research, I'm afraid to tell you, most of these guides are not helpful. For the most part, they rely way too much on random drops, leveled crafters and gatherers, playing a volatile market, farming for hours and hours, needlessly converting currencies back and forth, purchasing land, and so much more that you just don't have time for. So I decided to create a different kind of gil guide. Is this going to make you hundreds of millions of gil? Well, no, probably not. Do you need hundreds of millions of gil? And if so, what for? But I can get you several millions without the hassle, so let's begin. There are two halves to the guild making equation: making gil and not spending gil. Making gil in Final Fantasy XIV is pretty darn easy. In fact, almost everything you do in the game attempts to throw it at you. I'll give you 3 big examples to show you what I mean. 1. Daily roulettes. You know those duty finder dungeons that get you bonuses each day? They also give you bonus gil. So you not only get the gil you would normally get for completing a dungeon in the duty finder, yeah, duties get you gil, but also a bonus for completing it via the roulette. And this is not insignificant. This was from my daily leveling roulette today. Do that several days a week and it'll add up. 2. The hunt board. Your Grand Company, the Forgotten Knight in the Foundation, Kugane, the Crystarium, and Endwalker Zone. All of these places have hunt boards. There are several ranks of daily hunts you can pick up from each that are literally just mobs in the world that you kill that give you experience, seals, and gil. Each has a weekly one as well for bonus gil, experience, and seals. This is a lot of gil, and you get seals which you can use to save yourself a tremendous amount of gil, but I'll get to that on the other side of the equation. 3. Weekly challenge log. I've mentioned it before, the weekly challenge log is a godsend. When you complete challenges in it, not only do you get the experience or MGP award, you also get gil. On top of that, complete 5 challenges and you get a 10k bonus. 10 challenges, another 10k. It will continue to reward you for everything you do each week. On top of all of this is your ability to sell your items and gear you get while doing all of this to vendors and on the market board. If you're neglecting these basic things on your quest for riches, you're falling exactly into the trap they want you in. After all, do you think they're really going to tell you how they make their millions of gil so you can cut into their markets? Of course not. So you're probably asking, what do I mean by not spending gil? I don't have gil to spend, is your likely reply. Well, how about considering these 3 things? 1. Are you paying for teleports? How much do you think you spend each time you play on teleports? Ever thought about teleporting for free? If you do the hunt boards as I mentioned above, you get seals. Those seals can be spent on aetheryte tickets at a tremendously good rate. Free teleports. Suddenly you're saving thousands of gil each time you play instead of spending it, and that'll add up. 2. Do you always check the vendor price versus the market board price before you buy anything? Don't get done in by someone jacking the price of an item up in the market board when you can buy it from a vendor for a fraction of the price. And conversely, don't be fooled by an armor merchant that sells an item for sometimes 10 to 20k above what you can find it for on the market board. It will literally save you a fortune checking. And always think twice before buying armor and weapons that are close to level 50, 60, 70, and 80. At these levels, you can purchase free beefy sets from Poetics and save yourself a ton of gil. So don't buy that level 58 chess piece, it isn't worth it. Do another dungeon, level to 60, and get one free from tombstones. And 3. Adventurers don't pay. Everything you do earns alternative currency. Spend that. Beast Tribe quests let you purchase a wide variety of items from them with their own currencies. There are wolf marks, Grand Company seals, tombstones. You need glamour prisms? Buy them with whatever you have, you don't need gil. What other costs does an adventurer have? Food? They give that out as quest rewards so often my chocobo saddlebags are filled with stroganoff. So if you're not spending gil on these things, or teleports, then what do you have to spend it on? Especially when you're getting so much of it free for the stuff you're already doing just being an adventurer. So the moral of the story is, maybe one day these other guides might be helpful to you. When all you do is Savage and Ultimate content and you don't have any crafters or gatherers leveled and you need to pay to repair your gear and buy the best food and potions. But in the meantime, just play the game, cut costs where you can, and watch it slowly add up. You'll have enough for a house, an apartment, nice clothes, whatever it is you want to spend your gil on. Let me know in the comments. And if I've swayed you towards being a more frugal adventurer, there's also a way to not have to pay to have your gear repaired at a mender. Check this video here. And apricotters, I totally haven't forgotten about you. I just wanted to remind you to unlock and do the Dome and Enclave restoration when you get there. This way you can earn up to 200% compared to regular sell value from vendors, so you can save up your gil pieces and get straight double gil for them. Thank you for watching, gamers, and I will see you in game.